Welcome to Advocacy Podcast. My name is Francis May Amos, a grade 12 student, academic achiever, and a student leader. This podcast is about how to be safe in using the internet, what should be the parents do to protect their children from danger in online, and what are the existing problems in the internet. So, let's begin. In this day, many children are using the internet to connect to the world. It has a higher range of users, so it means that more than 75% of the population all over the world has an access to the internet. But online access also comes with risk like inappropriate content, cyberbullying, and online predators. Using apps and websites where kids interact, predator may pose as a child or teen looking to make a new friend. They may prod the child to exchange personal information such as address and phone number. So there is an Internet Safety Laws, a federal law. The Children's Online Privacy Protection Act or COPPA helps protect kids younger than 13 when they are online. It's designed to keep anyone from getting a child's personal information without a parent knowing about it and agreeing to it first. COPPA requires websites to explain their privacy policies and get parental consent before collecting or using a child's personal information such as name, address, and phone number. The law also prohibits a site from requiring a child to provide more personal information than necessary to play a game or enter a contest. According to the United Nations International Children's Emergency Fund or UNICEF, children are spending more time online than ever before, and they are getting there sooner. Growing up online offers limitless opportunities through computers, smartphones, gaming consoles, and televisions. Children learn, imagine, and develop their social networks. When used in the right way and accessible to all, the internet has the potential to broaden horizons and unite creativity the world over. But with these opportunities comes serious risk. Cyberbullying and other forms of peer-to-peer violence can affect young people each time they log in into the social media account or instant messaging platforms. When browsing the internet, children may be exposed to hate speech and violent content, including messages that incite self-harm and even suicide. Children can also be put at risk when tech companies breach their privacy to collect data for marketing purposes. Child-targeted marketing through apps and excessive screen time often results can compromise child healthy development. As children embrace more digital platforms, they too may self-generate sexually explicit imagery, and these images might be extended for the age and inappropriate relationship. They can end up widely shared without consent. Sometimes trusted adults solicit children to share imagery. For a child victim, this may result in social isolation, mental health issues, substance abuse, self-harm, or suicide, as well as an increased likelihood of exhibiting abusive behaviors themselves in adulthood. UNICEF works to make the internet a safe place for children to learn, socialize, and express themselves. They are partnered with governments to advocate for necessary regulation and with tech companies to promote the use of accessible safety measures on their platforms. They also support ministries of education to teach children digital literacy and online safety skills. So now, here are some tips on how to be safe online. First, don't share private or confidential information when you connect to a public Wi-Fi. Instead, download apps from official stores. Second, don't share your password with anyone and don't use weak passwords such as 123456 or family names. Instead, use strong passwords with special symbols, capital letters, numbers, then change your password periodically and use different passwords on different sites. Third, don't click on the link you didn't expect to receive. Instead, enable your two-step verification. Fourth, don't use any compromising photo as profile and don't use your status to provide private information about you. Instead, make sure that the messages exchanged are encrypted and block the numbers you are not comfortable with. Fifth, don't trust chain messages and don't click on their links, and don't install an app to read specific news. Instead, find out the source of the news and check if it's reliable. And last, don't trust people online if you can't be sure who they are. Instead, tell an adult you trust and report if anyone is making you feel uncomfortable. And most importantly, be a responsible internet user. So think before you click. To formally end this advocacy podcast, I would like to thanks to you for listening this, and I hope you got another learnings that might help in your daily life. Thank you for listening.